Last night a bitch nigga shot a real nigga. But we don't make no diss records, we just deal with it. Plus I be going through a lot, I never talk about it. And they using niggas songs in court, so I can't talk about it. Rap niggas think I'm dumb, like I don't see the play. I let them think they got the ups, they get them out the way. On FaceTime, my brother telling me he shot my mama, telling me to chill, but I know he seen that nigga face. But that's enough about that part. Talking about respect, well it's a must about that part. Playing with my money, well then it's up about that part. Cause when it's time to play ball, don't give a fuck about that part. They know I'm that nigga when they see me. Her man crush been a hater and her little brother won't beat me. Her friend been on my dick since I was passing out CDs. Her baby daddy a mark and her boyfriend probably a leader. 3,300 on my book bag. Left some niggas in the past, but I don't look back. Shit kinda different, I ain't the man that I was. I seen death in too many forms and I ain't never really shook that. Don't let him rock you to sleep, true colors better believe him. I know that God got me, but I be riding with my reaper. Praying with my kids and even then I got my heater. And I be stepping so hard, this hoes in $1,000 sneakers. Take your bitch when I meet her and you ain't seen her in about 3 days. Knew I was a threat, I passed that stick like a relay. Spin it back to back, it's like a motherfucking replay. Turn your son into a bitch when I shoot, I think I'm D-Wade. Told him I'm a savage, if I want it, I'ma have it. Playing with my lettuce, cook your head like a cabbage. Tell them that I'm rich and I'm solid, that's the advantage. Bitch, bad kids, fresh little nigga, you can't stand it. Tell them big checks, yardsticks, not a roof. All I smoke is ops and I don't never smoke a hookah. Looking for a blessing that's worth of Jesus and Judas. Tell them niggas game 6, my whole team full of shooters. I slide on a nigga like a motherfucking flip-flop. Pressure on your homie and I promise he a flip-flop. Talking that wookie-woo, something. I know the police listen, so I ain't really saying nothing. I know these niggas envy, they can't manage how they feel. Jealousy's for bitches, you niggas pussy for real. A nigga get the drop and he happen to shoot. First we heal up and get back. We ain't going on the shirt, I swear to God.
Now woo-de-woo, something. I know the police listen, so I ain't saying nothing. Talking now woo-de-woo, something. Nigga cock back and aim and leave you bleeding where you running, swear to God, nigga.
Hey man, we in this thing. Rich Trapper tapping in TNN Trap News Network. Back in this thing like cook cracking this thing here at TNN Trap News Network. It's that good news you can use, that good knowledge you ain't finna get. Nobody's college, big dog. Tap in with the tap in. If you ain't tapped in with the good, tap in. Hit that notification bell. Hit all, say tapped in for the latest and the greatest. What we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. Like, comment, subscribe. And if you want to be a part of the Trap News Network family, hit me up on Instagram, TRAPNEWSNETWORX. That's Trap News Network. Hit me up on Instagram if you would like to be a part of this Trap News Network family. We finna get into this good content. AKADEMIKS and WACK are getting into it. I guess they're the new dynamic duo, WACKADEMIKS. I guess that's what we have going on here. Shout out to Cardi B and those tiggo bitties. We finna jump into this content. Without no further ado or don'ts, let's get into it. Let's go.
It's Rape TV. Let's get right to it.
You're saying if he pulls up on a dude and smacks him, he being tender, right?
No, he just putting himself in a bad situation.
So how should he handle his business? How would WACK100 advise, not your client, but you advising the nigga who tells you, yo, you know my baby mom's playing with me like this? Look at what happened. Now she doing this on purpose. How would you advise that guy to handle it?
With total silence.
Really? Okay.
I wouldn't say a word to her. You know why? Cardi B is so scorned right now. She's looking to find what makes you react. And if it makes you react and you let her know that, she's going to keep doing it. Next thing, she's going to have them dressed alike.
On some Diddy Meek Mill shit?
She's going to have them with matching gold chains. So I wouldn't say nothing. I act like he's rolled right off of me.
How does Offset get out of this situation?
There's nothing to get out. Complete his divorce and keep moving and raise his kids, and that's it.
I actually agree.
You're going to lose that bet because he ain't going to fuck with her again, ever. Too much disrespect. And I ain't going to lie, she's probably responding. You know what I'm saying?
By the way,
she's for sure antagonizing. Cardi B is a baby mama's baby mama, so she's for sure antagonizing and pissing this man off and doing everything she can to upset Offset throughout this time. We all know that. She is a baby mama's baby mama, so she's not going to do anything to make this any type of easier on this man. And it's going to be all the flu, flammery, skullduggery, and larceny that we know it's going to be of a ghetto couple, because despite the fact of them having millions of dollars, she's still what niggas forget, she was still a little ratchet stripper from the Bronx, and he was still a little dope boy from the suburbs of Atlanta. So what do you expect when a ratchet stripper from the Bronx has a baby with a little dope boy in the suburbs of Atlanta? Why do we expect anything outside of ghetto-ness?
She responded to like, so here was my thought, and I said it yesterday. I said, there's so many people commenting saying it's such a flex what Cardi's doing. She's getting her get back, whatever. And I said, it's not a flex for a married woman to now be returned to the streets after 3 kids. She's 30 plus, and she's now getting tossed around with the regular whores on a goddamn yacht.
Not a flex.
If I said it's a flex if she get, yes, a richer guy, a more lit guy to put a ring on her finger and want to have a family with her. Because no matter what you say about Offset, he did see something in her. Yes, he might be the biggest cheater. I'm not saying she was happy, but let me tell you this. After this honeymoon period passed, she gonna realize this nigga the same thing like Offset.
Yeah, leaving your husband to go be a part of another man's harem is wild, because we all know Stephon Diggs has a bunch of, women around him, excuse me.
Well, R&B tells me when women come out of serious relationships, they're not looking for a serious relationship. They just want to have fun. So maybe Cardi B don't give what he do.
Okay.
She's only concerned about what they do.
So, and that's what I thought. I criticized it yesterday, but today I say, you know what? I listened to a clip. She said she was unhappy and depressed while being with Offset. I think it's less about the guy. She just wants to find her happiness. And for that, I can't tell her not to be happy. I can't tell her not to be happy. Who do you think wins in the long run if we're looking at this like maybe 2 to 3 years later? Because I also remember the Rick Ross situation.
Well, the man always wins because we don't get mileage. They do. Yeah, so if she keep bouncing around, she devalues herself.
That's true. That's
You know what I'm saying? Offset to be looked at as a player, she'll be looked like as a toss-up. So unless she locks down and continues her career, and achieves more success, anything other than that, she's gonna be look like leg. I'm like, oh, hell no.
Yeah, nice, interesting. Because I see a lot of people kind of, they're looking at it because I think that they used to look at Offset and say he put her through hell, so she's supposed to have her fun. And I think, she's supposed to, she said she was depressed. I really empathize with that. Wow. In a few years, and I agree. If she jumped from this football player,
Offset could be spotted with 20 women. They're gonna say you're a player. If Cardi B runs 5 people, they're gonna call her a toss-up.
yeah, that's true. And this is the first thing she popped out with. If this don't work, and I said, really, we gonna see if this gonna work. May of next year. Right now it's a honeymoon phase. All they're gonna be on is on yachts. They're gonna be turning up. They're gonna be buying each other shit because she's waking up every day thinking about how she's getting back at Offset. She ain't even fully locked in with this nigga.
And that's really what it comes down to.
I mean, who says she wants to lock in with him?
That's true too.
But she might just be having fun, you feel me? But it's a tricky, sticky, icky, vicky situation. And it's something, again, that we shouldn't know about as a general public, because we shouldn't be allowed in Cardi B and Offset's business, because that should be Cardi B and Offset's business. So here we are again on the internet, allowing the internet to dictate our real lives as adults.
That's true too. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You were right.
You get what I'm saying? Who says that her thing with him is she's looking for a serious relationship?
True. That's true.
You know what I'm saying? I hate to say it, and I don't want to, I know they're going to put me over. Nah, I ain't going to say it.
Nah, what you going to say, Wack?
Your platform's getting delicate. I don't know if you can handle me saying that. I don't want to.
That's cap. Nah, we speak about everything on here. Wack, we speak more explicit than the trenches. Stop it.
Maybe he's just good, and maybe that's it. And before that, we go to dinner, we go to a club, and then I get good, and then I go home.
And then he be about his Dougie.
That's true too. That's true. But I do want, listen, I don't care what Cardi B does. I look at the family aspect of it. I think constantly throwing out all these things, I get y'all are hurt, y'all trying to hurt each other, but at a point, you start saying things that eventually is going to affect that family dynamic. And it's not like y'all just girlfriend and boyfriend or ex-girlfriend and ex-boyfriend. You still got to deal with that man.
Welcome to urban black America,
What do you mean?
where none of those things matter, where selfishness is priority. What you're saying doesn't matter. They're just concerned about how they feel, how they look, how they're perceived. They can care less about that.
Hey, not to, and you know, we could move on from him because, you know, I ain't trying to get too much in your situation. But you got out of a situation and you got a new situation. One thing I always admired, no drama. I've never heard it. Nobody say nothing. I never heard you speak negative. I've never heard. I admire that so much. This is coming from somebody who felt I made mistakes doing shit like that. And I think when things end, it should be like how you're saying, you know? Just keep it graceful, you know?
I mean, that's how it should be.
That's how it should be, but as us being baby daddies, I don't know if you are one, like I am one. A lot of things should happen, but that don't mean that they're happening the way that they should. That don't mean that it's going down the way that they should. That just means that that's what should be going on. But a lot of things should happen. A lot of things should take place. A lot of things should transpire. Unfortunately, they don't.
Right. You know what I'm saying? I mean, keep the respect level there is cool. Like, what, you know.
Yeah. I hope I figure it out. But anyway, well, I hope they figure it out. Definitely, though, the game got to stop trolling. It's the wrong thing to troll about.
Well, he's not trolling, bro. It's just a meme. He's creating a meme.
Yo, Offset got on social media, man. I'm telling you, he's driving around looking for somebody to slap. Trust.
Oh.
Man, I don't know who he's going to slap. He probably just trying to figure out the...
Now, Offset slapping the game, very unlikely. Well, let's say this. Offset, you can't slap the game. The consequence of slapping the game are probably not going to work out in the betterment of your favor. So we're not going to sit here and say that Offset can't slap the game. Offset can do whatever it is Offset chooses to do. I personally don't think that that's the best thing for Offset to do by wanting to get into a physical altercation with the game. I think that he might want to just kind of maybe sit that one out. But, you know, egos are hard, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not even going to say that Offset can't slap the game. Offset can do whatever Offset feels like is necessary for Offset to live his offsettings in life. However, the consequence of will be the consequence of. You feel me?
First person you can slap.
Bro, you didn't hear that Offset went and got an apartment in Cardi B's project over there in the Bronx, and the nigga had a G party in the... Offset ain't giving the nigga wilding right now, bro.
You serious? Where you at?
Fact. Nigga, you didn't see it?
Where'd you see that?
Oh, come on, bro. See, the other side... Okay.
So it didn't happen because he's lying. Because if we would have saw it, it would have been a video. He's lying. Wack just lies to lie.
Clubhouse, we always got the good tea.
Oh.
Grown men saying they got the good tea. I want to know how you guys feel about that. How do you feel about a grown man having the good tea? Let him tell it.
You must just go do your research today.
Offset party. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. You know when I talked to Cardi B, you know what she told me?
What?
Because, you know, me and her, we have different perspectives. I always tell her, I said, listen, I said, you know, we don't really cover relationship stuff like that. And sometimes the you know, the opinion that I'm gonna come away with is gonna be different than somebody that was running a female blog, because I run a male blog. And so we have a male point of view, and sometimes somebody with a female point of view might differ. And when I was trying to talk to her and just ask her about certain things, she said, listen, I didn't get what, I was no naive chick. I came from the clubs. I understood what shit was. It gets to a point, though, where a nigga is just going too crazy. Like, he trying to every chick you know. He trying to rappers you won't work with. He's just going too crazy. And that's what she kind of told me was a lie. She was just like, yo, it would be like the worst rapping ass chicks, and it would be like, yo, you know. I mean, wasn't Krishan one of them?
One of what?
One of the chicks. That they said Offset smashed.
Yeah, definitely. I was in the middle of that shit. That was ugly.
You see, you can't smash Krishan at the mansion, you know? You gotta hit her in the
There
sprint.
was another chick, though. It was another chick, too. Remember, there was another chick who, like, put pictures up. So, you don't remember that shit?
Yeah. Well,
This just seems like a bunch of messy relationship ish that we really don't care about. So with that being said, man, good luck to Offset, good luck to Cardi B. I hope that the children are all right. That's the biggest point through all this. And we know the deal with our red dots to the left. You know the rest is free. I have no angel till he's free. We gone.